Truth is not something that can be given to you by any book, religion, or belief system. It is not something you can inherit from your parents or learn by blindly following traditions. Truth is what remains when all falsehood is removed, when every assumption, every belief, every attachment is questioned deeply and discarded if it does not hold up to reality. The human mind is conditioned to seek comfort, to look for security in ideas, and to create images of an all-powerful God or supreme authority that can give meaning to life. But this need for security is exactly what keeps people from finding the truth. The mind clings to beliefs not because they are true, but because they provide a sense of stability. But stability built on illusion is bound to collapse. 1 billion people might believe that the sun rises from the west, but the sun will still rise from the east. Truth does not depend on belief. It simply is. To truly seek truth, one must be willing to go against oneself. This means questioning everything that one has been taught, everything one has believed to be true, and seeing what actually remains when all conditioning is stripped away. This is what Vedanta calls Neti Neti, not this, not that. You are not your body because your body is constantly changing. The cells in your body die and regenerate. Your face changes over time. Your strength fluctuates, but something within you remains constant. You are not your thoughts because thoughts come and go like waves in the ocean. One moment you think one thing, the next moment you think something else. But something within you observes these thoughts. You are not even your emotions because emotions rise and fall like passing clouds. What you are is the awareness that watches all of this. This awareness is not bound by the body, by emotions, by thoughts, or by any identity. It is free. But most people do not live as this free awareness. They live as their ego, which is nothing more than a collection of false identities. People spend their whole lives chasing things they do not truly want. They take on responsibilities not because they feel deeply connected to them, but because they are attached to an image of themselves. A man might work in a job he hates, not because he loves the work or finds meaning in it, but because he wants to be seen as successful. A woman might force herself to behave a certain way in society, not because it brings her joy, but because she is afraid of what others might think. This attachment to false identities creates suffering. People do not even know why they are unhappy, because they never stop to question whether the life they are living is their own or just a product of conditioning. Dharma means to become free from these bondages. It means to break free from societal expectations, from biological compulsions, and from the endless noise of the mind. But freedom does not mean escaping responsibility. It does not mean running away from life. It means living life with self-knowledge, with clarity, without being driven by unconscious fears and desires. The first step toward self-knowledge is taking care of the body and mind. A hungry person cannot think clearly. A restless mind cannot be at peace. That is why work is necessary, not because money itself is the goal, but because a stable life provides the foundation for deeper understanding. But the difference between an ignorant person working and a self-aware person working is vast. The ignorant person works out of greed, fear, or attachment. He works to prove himself, to accumulate, to seek recognition. The self-aware person works because work is necessary, but he is not bound by it. Whether he succeeds or fails, whether he is praised or criticized, his inner peace remains untouched. To reach truth, one must develop the ability to question everything. This does not mean rejecting everything blindly. It means testing everything, examining whether something is real or just an illusion. If a tradition has been followed for centuries, does that make it true? If a belief has been passed down for generations, does that make it real? The moment questioning stops, the search for truth stops. Socrates questioned everything, even at the cost of his life. Buddha left behind everything to seek the truth, refusing to accept anything without personal experience. Kabir spoke openly against religious hypocrisy, even though it made him unpopular. Lao Tzu lived in deep simplicity, understanding that truth is not in complex theories, but in living with awareness. They all walked different paths, but their message was the same. Truth is not found in beliefs, in rituals, or in following others blindly. It is found in direct experience, in awareness, in deep self-inquiry. Truth is not something to be achieved in the future. It is not a goal that requires years of effort. It is here now. It is hidden only by the mind's constant noise. The moment one stops running after illusions, truth is revealed. But people are too afraid to stop. They think enlightenment is something that will come after years of meditation, years of practice, years of struggle. But what if enlightenment is simply the dropping of all falsehood in an instant? The story of Buddha does not mean that he achieved enlightenment after 12 years of struggle. It means that for 12 years he was running from it, and the moment he stopped running, it was already there. Truth does not need time. Time is needed only for falsehood to dissolve. If one is ready to let go of everything false immediately, truth is available immediately. Spiritual practices, meditation, study, these are not methods to reach truth. They are only tools to help one clear the noise of the mind, but they can also become traps. People become attached to the practices themselves. They meditate not for clarity, but to feel superior. They follow rituals not for awareness, but for the satisfaction of being spiritual. But truth is not about being spiritual. It is about being real. A person who does not meditate but lives with awareness, with clarity, with freedom from illusion, is closer to truth than someone who performs rituals every day but remains trapped in ego. The mind is always looking for something to hold on to, but truth cannot be grasped. It can only be lived. The journey to truth is not about adding more knowledge or accumulating more experiences. It is about emptying oneself of all that is false. When all that is false is gone, truth is what remains. But even the desire for truth must go. One cannot chase truth like an object. It is not separate from oneself. The moment one stops searching, stops clinging to concepts, stops running in circles, it is already there. Truth is not somewhere else. It is you when you are free from everything you are not.